Winter is back. We have snow. Not very much of it, but I'm not complaining. Whenever given winter conditions, I've really got to embrace them because conditions like this are becoming increasingly rare on the Isle of Man. Now, the dusting of snow is really only on the tops of the highest hills and mountains here, so that's precisely where I am. So I'm going to hike up to the top of that summit that you can see behind me and see if I can find any wintry compositions worth shooting. Little word of warning though, it's extremely windy today, so I'll do my best to ensure the audio quality is good, but yeah, there could be a few moments where the quality just drops off. Reached the summit. That was a hard slog. This wind is ridiculously strong. It really is. You can see all the snow blowing off the summit of the mountain here. I'm just getting shelter around the back side of it to get out of the worst of the wind, but it's horrendous. It may actually be too strong to actually take any effective images up here. I can't see how I'm going to be able to set my tripod up and get sharp images. I just can't see it happening at the moment. So I'm just going to sit here in the shelter, just rest and reconsider my options. I'm fairly sure we've got a blizzard coming in. If you look just behind me here, you can see some hefty showers blowing through and there's a lot of snow in the air, so I'm just going to continue to shelter behind this mountain because I really don't want to get caught out in that. So the blizzard blew through and that was quite an experience. It didn't last very long, but it was absolutely ferocious. So the moment the weather sort of cleared, I've left the summit area because there's just no point taking risks with this type of weather with these big showers kind of blowing through, and the winds are really picked up, they're getting even stronger, so there's no point even trying to vlog and photograph up on the summit there. So I've come down the side of the mountain a little bit. The winds have died down a little bit, it's a little bit more sheltered down here. Still pretty windy, but I'm going to have a little wander around here and see if I can find any compositions. You'll have to forgive me for the audio, it's so hard to vlog in conditions like this, it's really tough. But I have found a composition. As I came down from the summit, I found this area which is kind of strewn with all of these boulders, and I think they'll make quite effective foreground interest for this shot. In particular, I've got some boulders just here which the shapes of them really stood out to me, and the coating of moss over the top I thought was really eye-catching, particularly with the dusting of snow, so I think that'll work really well for the composition. And I'm positioning those stones kind of down in the bottom left of the shot. The right of the shot is SunwayFoto, which is the highest mountain on the Isle of Man, and you can see it here, and that's been illuminated beautifully at the moment. And quite often with landscape photography, you'll tend to find that you get the most dramatic conditions, the best light, when rain and storms are blowing through, and in the aftermath, when the sun re-emerges from the clouds, I tend to find you get absolutely beautiful light and really dramatic cloud formations, and that's kind of what we're getting at the moment. Just sheltering from the wind behind this little wall here. When you get out of that wind, it's amazing how warm it actually feels. It's not that cold. It's really the wind that's causing me havoc with this vlog and photography today. I had to get out of the photo composition spot that I picked out with the boulder pretty sharpish, because I've actually spotted another blizzard coming in on the horizon. You can probably see the dark clouds about here. It's coming in and it's going to hit hard, I think. So yeah, I couldn't stay up on the mountain summit or close to the summit. So I've come down out of the snow line, and I've come down, and yeah, I'm just going to shelter behind this wall. I think I nailed the shot. My little window of light didn't really last very long in the location. I probably got about 2 minutes of light, but yeah, you have to be ready for that. You have to spot your composition, set up, and just wait for light to come your way. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, and today I think I got lucky and it did come my way. In terms of settings for the shot, I shot at f11, ISO 64, 28mm at about 250th of a second. The fast shutter speed is due to the snow reflecting a lot of light. I need to set it at that sort of level in order to make sure it's exposed properly and not blowing out the highlights in any part of the foreground or background. Also, the fast shutter speed is a good beneficial thing when you've got a lot of strong wind like this on the tripod. Again, it's going to make sure that you're getting the sharpest image that you possibly can. I didn't shoot with any filters on that image at all. Simply because I think with the big Lee circular polarizer on the front and the ND filters, they just increase the surface area of my camera, and they probably act a bit like a sail. And that's the last thing I need in strong winds like this. And to be fair, I don't think they were going to add all that much to the shot. It would have been nice to have an ND on the sky, but I should be able to do that in post-processing. As predicted, the heavens have opened and it's really starting to come down pretty heavy now. But thankfully behind this wall, I'm kind of sheltered from the vast majority of it. So there's actually something quite nice about just sitting here in shelter and just almost kind of relaxing and taking it all in. The raw beauty and power of nature. I don't know if you can hear that, but we've got some absolutely ferocious hailstones now, and I've literally just got back to the car. This is brutal. I thought the blizzard that I got caught in behind the wall there was pretty bad, and the one at the mountain summit, but wow, it's really wild out there at the moment. I've literally just seen some people go for a walk up the mountain as well, so I feel a little bit for them. But yeah, I'm glad to be back in the safety of my car. I'm not sure how I feel about today's shoot at all, to be honest. Conditions like these often throw up some of the best landscape photography shooting opportunities you can ever imagine. But at the same time, you get so many barriers put in your way that it's really difficult to get any images. I'm quite satisfied and proud that I even managed to get one image today. I'm really not sure how it's going to turn out, but yeah, I think it was the best I could have done in the circumstances, because to be honest, I was quite close to giving up altogether. I really was. One thing I forgot to mention is on the image I did secure its focus stack, so I focused down on the foreground boulders, but also on the background mountain to give me sharpness throughout the image. The walkers gave up after about 4 minutes, and I don't blame them at all. I really don't. I've come to the conclusion that I hate wind in landscape photography more than anything else. Give me the snow, give me the rain, give me the cloud, give me anything but strong wind. It really does my head in. Thanks very much for watching today. If you've got any thoughts on the image I secured, pop them down in the comments, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Probably the next few weeks is probably going to be a bit quiet on here though, because in 5 days time I am jetting off to Japan, which I'm super excited about because it's a place that I've dreamed about going for a very long time. I will be doing some photography and I will be doing some vlogging while I'm out there, so hopefully I'll be able to bring you that content to you in the coming weeks. It's probably going to feel quite different to this though, because I'm probably not going to be doing that much conventional landscape shooting. It's probably going to be more urban environments, street photography, which to be honest is something that I'm not that experienced with. So I'm quite excited to push myself out of my comfort zone and really kind of embrace something new. So yeah, super excited to bring you that content soon. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed today's little wintry jaunt into the mountains. Yeah, I'll see you all soon. Take care.